It's another weekend series here in Burlington, North Carolina, and this time it is a eliminator series between two teams headed at the bottom of the Appy League East standings, needing a series win to right the ship and turn the season around. Welcome into the broadcast booth. I'm Josh Rothert. It's the first time that division rivals meet in today's game this season. Bluefield takes on Burlington in just about 10 minutes, and it was kind of an anomaly a couple weeks ago, or last weekend. Bluefield and Burlington set to play a three-game series in West Virginia. All three games rained out, so this is the first time the two teams will meet since they played in the 2025 East Division Championship here at Burlington Athletic Stadium almost a year ago. And since that point, both teams trending towards the bottom of the Appy League East. Burlington now 2 games back from that 2 seed in the East behind Pulaski. They need a win in this series, and it starts tonight. And it's the right-hander Kyle Piercy making his 5th start of the season and 4th in front of the home crowd. And he'll have his hands full tonight. It's a Bluefield team that surged offensively at the start of the year. They've outscored Burlington over the course of July, but these have been the two coldest teams, both with losing records since July began. First pitch, national anthem. Starting lineups up next. Stay with us on Aware TV. So Friday night fireworks, the penultimate version, next weekend series against Pulaski figures to be a crucial one. But first, it's the Bluefield Ridge Runners that make the 3-hour trip down south here to North Carolina to take on the Sock Puppets. And the Sock Puppets send out starter Kyle Piercy, the right-hander from Staley High School and Oklahoma State. Appeared in just a pair of games in his freshman year with the Cowboys. He has his work cut out for him tonight, and Piercy making his 4th home start of the year. Last time out at home, it came against Johnson City on Tuesday night last week. 3 innings, no hits, 1 run, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. Looking to keep up that momentum. Back-to-back starts at home, where Piercy has gone 1, 2, 3 innings to begin it. We'll take a look at the Ridge Runners opening lineup here tonight. Matthew Robaugh will hit first, play second base. Ryan Morrell in the 2-hole. Trey Myers batting third. He's above 300 as a hitter this year. Cy Chrisman in the cleanup spot. Sawyer Black from the University of North Carolina. Pair of UNC outfielders against each other today. Mason Alt in the 6-hole. Andrew Cross will hit 7th. Corey Watkins 8th. And Michael Kalinich rounds out the order for the Ridge Runners. A team that lost last night by a whopping 18 runs. Now, Piercy, the right-hander, to pitch to Robaugh, Morrell, and Myers in the top of the first. Come set to work out of the windup. First pitch of tonight's game is a fastball inside for ball 1. First pitch, 7:01 p.m. There's a little bit of a cloudy sky tonight, 96 degrees. Some spotty clouds. Piercy's 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Umpires for tonight, your favorite crew, Tyler Gist and Trey Neville, make their return. Slight breeze from right to left, blowing primarily in. 2-0. Fastball on the inner edge. Missed with it. 3-0. Piercy appeared on the pitcher's top 10 velocities leaderboard last week. Up around 95. 93 in the early going tonight. 3-0 pitch. Robaugh takes it. A strike in there. First strike thrown tonight by Piercy. Count moves to 3-1. Works in the middle of that slate. Now the 3-1. Fouled off. Count to 3-2. Robaugh played at West Virginia his freshman season. No appearances for the Mountaineers until later on in that year. 194 hitter. 7 starts for the Mountaineers. Piercy ready. The 3-2. Line towards center. Minio races in it. 1 bounces in front of him. And Robaugh is aboard. A leadoff single in the first for Bluefield. Get a look at the Sock Puppets defensive alignment tonight before the lefty Morrell digs in. Weish, Minio, Nunez in the outfield. Novi, Bruno, Moranto, Pomeroy in on the clay. Munoz makes the start behind the dish. Robaugh leads off a first. No one gone in the first inning. Pitch to Morrell. Fastball, called strike on the outside corner. Ryan Morrell, one of the best prep bats from the state of New York. Number 1 ranked outfielder from the Empire State. Committed to Cincinnati, where he'll play in the spring. The 0-1. Morrell grounds it towards first, through the hole, into right field. Nunez throws it in, and Bluefield has runners at the corners, a pair of singles here in the top of the first inning. Piercy did not give up a hit in his last start. Now 2, just 8 pitches into this one. Runners at the corners for Trey Myers, no one out. First pitch. Myers takes a fastball on the inner half for strike one. Myers, the lone qualified hitter in this order tonight that is above 300. Now an 0-1. Line foul down the right field line, out of play. Now for Bluefield, 4-7 in July. Put a beating on Johnson City on Wednesday night, 19-2 win, and then came back to the field the following day and lost 22-4. They gave it all back. Piercy's 0-2. Fastball upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Myers played at New Trier High School, native of Glencoe, Illinois. 2 homers, 13 runs batted in for the Ridge Runners. Piercy's 1-2. Outside, Munoz having to reach across his body to make the catch and hold it in front. Count up to 2-2. Both teams fresh off their largest losses of the year. Burlington lost by 11 a night ago. Roba off a third. Pitches outside, 3-2. He got about a third of the way down the line, trying to make some staggered steps to get in the vision of Piercy, who was up 0-2, and the count has run full. Full count pitch. Runner takes off. Piercy misses inside. Myers tosses his bat. No throw needed. And the bases loaded with no one out in the first. Cy Chrisman will bat with the bases loaded, nobody out in this first inning. 2 for 4, 1 grand slam, 6 runs batted in with the bases loaded this year. Piercy out of the stretch. 0-0 fastball catches the outside corner for strike one. Now an 0-1. Loops a curveball in there, quickly ahead, 0-2. This is a Bluefield team that has 4 grand slams, that leads the Appalachian League. Also 362 batting average with the bases loaded, also the highest mark. The 0-2 doesn't chase, stuck it on the outside part of the plate, but just missed away with it. Count moves to 1-2. Piercy set, delivers his 1-2, outside again. Deflects off Munoz's glove, bounces a couple feet to the wayside on his right side. He's got nowhere to put him. Count to 2-2. And the pitch. In the air, on a line, into right field. In comes Roba. Morel is given the stop sign after a long round at third. RBI single, Cy Chrisman. Ridge Runners lead at 1-0 before an out in this first inning. All Piercy needs is a ground ball. And now another lefty, Sawyer Black, a Diamond Hills outfielder. Piercy's first pitch, inside. Munoz blocks it, keeps it in front of home. A trio of singles here in the first inning. Roba, Morel, and Chrisman. That Myers walk sandwiched in between. He's at second. Morel is at third. Chrisman at first. The base is still loaded. 1-0 to Black. Fouled off. Hits the netting behind home plate. A team that's also very good with runners in scoring position, 294. With runners in scoring position, second best in the league. The 1-1 inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Struggling a little bit to elevate that fastball. Black, just a pair of extra base hits this year. Piercy's 2-1. Clock to right field. Way back, Nunez watches his teammate's ball fly over the fence. A grand slam for Sawyer Black. It's 5-0 Ridge Runners before an out is recorded here in the first. Grand slam number 5 for the Ridge Runners as a team, and Sawyer Black has his second blast of the Appy League season. You're playing with fire when you load the bases for Bluefield hitters. They've done it all season long. They continue the trend. It's 5-0 here before an out. Pitch to Alt off the plate. Mason Alt takes ball 1. Alt played at East Tennessee State his freshman year. He's named to the SoCon All-Freshman team. Hit 4 bombs. The 1-0. Upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. He's one of the catchers for the Buccaneers team. He's a native of Ancaster, Ontario in Canada. One of the few non-U.S. players in this league. And he takes again upstairs 3-0. And some early activity for Dave Schmidt in the bullpen. Henry Gonzalez has begun loosening. 362 feet at 104 miles an hour on the grand slam for Sawyer Black. 3-0 pitch. Alt takes a fastball right down the pipe for strike 1. Piercy in his motion delivers a 3-1. Sticks a fastball on the outer edge for strike 2. That was on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, a lower part of the zone, something you could get a ground ball on, but Black got all of it. Now a 3-2, swing and a miss. Piercy finds his stuff, gets the first out to some applause here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. And the Ridge Runners' first time out today. So with Alt gone for the first out, it's now Andrew Cross. Takes a slider away, 1-0. Cross 1 for 2 in last night's game against the Doughboys. The later arrivals on this team that has been littered with turnover throughout the year. The 1-0. Tapped foul. That caught Munoz on the inside of his thigh. As he'll jog it off, Gist will walk out to the mound to give Piercy a new baseball. Henry Gonzalez, the right-hander, gets loose for his second appearance. Piercy into his windup. And the 1-1. Pass Munoz to the backstop. Maybe out of sync there. Looks like the team ball boy Gerard is out of the office today, so it's Josh Evans on bats and balls. The 2-1. Good slider. Piercy bends one back into the zone. It started inside to cross. Count works to 2-2. Piercy's pitch outside. Went with the same two-strike pitch that he threw to Alt. A slider away. Count works full. Now a 3-2. Hammered to center field. Minio looks back and steps into it, makes the catch in deep center for the second out. Piercy an out away from escaping the first. The 8th guy to hit in the inning, Corey Watkins, the two-way player, has hit in just 2 games, a double, a home run, 3 runs batted in. Pitch from KP, fastball inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Watkins, a game on the mound, a game as a hitter. Now the 1-0. Fastball outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Deep breath from Piercy before his motion, the 2-0. Upstairs, 3 balls, no strikes. Piercy wipes a sweat with his jersey, climbing the pitch count early. 38 pitches already thrown in the first. And work back from 3-0. Pitch outside, 4 straight misses. And Watkins tosses his bat, jogs down to first. And so Dave Schmidt out of the dugout to check on Piercy early on. Bluefield leads at 5-0. The last time these two teams met in the 2025 East Division Championship, it was Burlington that led 4-0 in that game. Bluefield stormed back and won it 10-6, a 4-run 6th inning, a 4-run 8th inning. All the Ridge Runners needed en route to their first title. First pitch to Kalinic, misses low. Munoz blocks. And Watkins gets second on the wild pitch. So a runner in scoring position for Michael Kalinic. 11 runs batted in this year, 749 OPS. Set in the stretch. Piercy's 1-0. Good slider in there for strike 1. So a ball and a strike to Kalinic. Played at East Carolina University, native of Longwood, Florida. And the 1-1. Skips before home plate again. Munoz staggers to get the ball. Nearly tripped on his own mask. Watkins moves to third. 2-1 the count to Kalinic. The 9-man in this order batting in the top of the first. Piercy comes set. The 2-1. Fastball outside. 3-1. The 3-1. Low, away from Munoz. Watkins in on the wild pitch. Kalinic to first on the walk. Bluefield has a 6-0 lead here in the first. And we will see Matthew Robaugh, who started off this rally, singled and scored the game's first run, hit for the second time in the first inning. And unfortunately, Kyle Piercy was so stout in the first 2 innings of his last 2 home starts, did not allow a base runner in either game, has met his match in the Ridge Runners offense, retires him early. Just 2 outs recorded by Piercy, and will give way to the right-hander Henry Gonzalez when we step back in. It's 6-0 Bluefield here on Aware TV. So Piercy unable to get through the order without getting 3 outs. So now it's Henry Gonzalez, the right-hander from the Dominican, to pitch to Robaugh. First pitch on the outer edge for strike 1. Gonzalez, not much is known. He's not committed to his school next year. Doesn't have any stats from his time in the Dominican. Doesn't speak English. The 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. He is making his second appearance. Both have come on this homestand. On a scoreless inning last time, Robaugh takes fastball on the inside half for strike 2. Gonzalez with a 1-2. Grounded foul. Off the end of the bat. Hop towards the Burlington dugout. Now a 1-2. Hit in the air, down the left field line, stays fair and lands. Weiss circles the ball, throws it into second, into Moranto, the tag, not in time. Trey Neville says Roba beat the tag, gets a double. Runners at third and second, 2 outs in the first. So we'll hit 11 in the first inning. Ryan Morel definitely did not envision when he woke up today that he'd hit twice here in the first inning. And he's got another RBI chance to boost Bluefield's lead. Burlington has not even hit yet. Pitch to Morel. Outside and low. 1 ball, no strikes. Morel also singled in the first. Scored as the lead runner on that Sawyer Black grand slam. It feels like it was 30 minutes ago at this rate. Gonzalez with a 1-0. Inside, 2-0. So 2-0 the count. Runners at third and second. Kalinic and Roba on base. The 2-0 pitch, outside 3-0. He does have a base open. I'll have to face Trey Myers, who waits on deck, a 3-0-2 hitter. And that would load the bases up for Bluefield. Already 2 for 2 tonight. Chrisman with an RBI single. Black cleared him. 3-0 to Morel. Fastball down and in, ball 4. And the bases loaded again. Piercy responsible for Kalinic at third, but Gonzalez responsible for both Roba and Morel. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And now Trey Myers to hit. First pitch. Off speed, misses inside. Munoz thought that one might have caught the inside corner. No call from Tyler Gist. Now a 1-0. That one in there for a strike. Fastball runs on the inner half. Now Roba at second. He's got 2 hits in the first inning of this game. One from Gonzalez. Skips in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bluefield has already seen 56 pitches in the first inning. Two-1 to Myers. In the air and down into right field, a looper that drops. 1 run comes in to score. Here comes Roba, and the throw in, but not before 2 runs come in to score, and it's still runners at the corners, still 2 outs, still Bluefield up, and they lead it 8-0 in the top of the first inning. So now it's Cy Chrisman, RBI single earlier in the inning. Takes a fastball inside. Myers collects his 14th and 15th RBIs of the season. 8 runs on 6 hits for the Ridge Runners. The 1-0. Curveball in there, strike 1. Burlington coming off of a series against Kingsport, which had lost game 1 by 10 runs, game 3 by 11 runs. The 2 biggest losses of the year. Now the 1-1 runner takes off, grounded towards short. Bruno backhands it in the hole, throws to first in time, and mercifully the side is retired. Cheers from the stands. Henry Gonzalez gets the third out. Bruno to Pomeroy to end the top of the first. And Bluefield leads it 8-0. After a 30-minute first inning, we head to the bottom of one. You're listening to the Burlington Sock Puppets on Aware TV. Is it like, can we concede? Can we just like... A look at the Burlington starting lineup that has an uphill battle. Sal Mineo back in the leadoff spot after visiting the 6-hole yesterday. Jaden Nunez hit second. Pomeroy third. Novi fourth. Owen Lee homered in yesterday's game. He will hit fifth. Bruce Weiss, the left fielder, sixth. Bruno Munoz and Moranto in the 9 spot. Moranto having that 13-game home on base streak broken last night. Went 0 for 6 as the leadoff man returns to his usual spot as the 9-hitter. Mineo, the lefty, works against the right-hander Brad Marks, 4.30 ERA, making his 7th start of the year. Mineo takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. Sal, 318 hitter since joining Burlington a week ago. 899 OPS, 1 home run. The 1-0. Mineo swings and misses out in front of a changeup. A ball and a strike. A 1-1. Mineo grounds it towards third. Chrisman makes the catch, throws over to first. It's high, over the head. Hits one of the Bluefield pitchers in the pen. Takes a lucky bounce throw to second. Mineo beats the throw there. And Mineo swipes an extra bag on the throwing error by Chrisman. Burlington puts a runner in scoring position on their first hitter. Marks pitched at George Washington University in the spring. 12 2/3 innings pitched, 9 walks, 3 Ks in 10 games, an 0-3 record. He's playing in his second year with the Bluefield Ridge Runners. Nunez early RBI spot. Back in the lineup after a day off yesterday. Takes the first pitch down. Was hit by pitch in the elbow in Wednesday's game. Left that game early and was seen icing it in the dugout. But good to go today, which is big news. Mitchell still out with a wrist injury. He was hit by a pitch on Tuesday. Hit by 2 pitches. The one on the wrist that really rung him up. 1-0 to Nunez. Inside, 2-0. Had a 10.57 ERA with the Ridge Runners last year in 6 games, 3 starts. Marks with that high leg kick Working from the near side of the rubber. The 1-0. Hit up the middle. Takes a hard bounce off the mound. Right to Robaugh. Long throw to first. Scoop made by Watkins in time. Nunez down. Minio moves to third. And the slope of the mound kind of slows that ball down because it hits up that hill. And Robaugh with some extra time to get to it. And now Deacon Pomeroy. Oh, whoa. Pomeroy swings over top of a slider and misses it. Pitch home. Outside. A ball and a strike to Deacon. Has gone 20 plate appearances since his last RBI. He's the RBI king, 35 runs batted in. The 1-1. Pomeroy takes slider in there for strike two. Uses the slider to get the swing to start off the at-bat. Works one in there for a called second strike. Marks is up 1-2 to Pomeroy. The 1-2. Pomeroy grounds it towards short. Run will come in to score. Cross throws to first in time to get Pomeroy, who picks up another RBI. Burlington on the board in the first. It's 8-1. So now Brandon Novy, incredible series against Kingsport, takes a fastball inside. Yesterday went 1 for 4, but picked up 7 hits, including a grand slam over Tuesday and Wednesday. Everyday staple in this order. The 1-0. Novy takes it. A called strike on the outer corner. Count even at 1-1. Novy tied for the third most ABs in the Appy League. The 1-1. Down low, bounced in the dirt, 2-1. He should finish the year with double-digit home runs. He has a chance to break the Appy League single-season record of 12 home runs, currently at 9, 2 more than any other player in the Appy League. Now the 2-1. Outside, 3-1. Marks trying to pitch around one of the best sluggers in the league. 5th in batting average among qualified hitters. 2nd best against people who were here at the start of the year. Only Kyle Krupp with a higher average. 3-1. Down low for ball 4. Novy has a 2-out walk. Let's see, Burlington might have something going here. Owen Lee's first at-bat yesterday was a moonshot to right field for his first home run in Saukville. This team has shown it's not immune to giving up runs. They allowed 22 yesterday. Can Burlington find its moments? First pitch to Lee. Fouled off over the backstop and out of play. Well, 0-1 to Lee. Gets the day in the dugout as the DH instead of playing third base. Now the 0-1. Lee fouls off again. This one right back to the netting behind home plate. Count 0-2. Marks has his full arsenal available here, primarily working sinker slider. He's also got that curveball. He's thrown it just once. The changeup we saw early on. The 0-2. Novy takes off. Lee hammers it. Shallow left center field. High pop-up. Morrell ranges in. and makes the squeeze and the catch to end the first inning. Burlington gets one back, a Deacon Pomeroy RBI groundout for his 36th league leading for Pomeroy. We head to the second inning. Bluefield leads it 8-1 on Aware TV. To the second we go. Well, nothing is impossible. Burlington erased a 10-run deficit on Wednesday for their largest comeback in franchise history. But how many tricks does this team really have up its sleeve? They give up 8 in the top of the first. Sawyer Black hit a grand slam. He'll lead off the second against Henry Gonzalez. First pitch, fastball in there for strike one. That's a new record. 13 hitters come to hit in the first inning against Burlington, the most in an inning this year against the Sock Puppets. The 0-1. Curveball away, 1 ball, 1 strike. It's a Bluefield team that saw a whole lot worse last night. 16 Doughboys hit in the fifth, 13 scored. The 1-1. Grounded towards first, stays fair. Pomeroy makes the play, throws, and a collision. Gonzalez holds his ankle, couldn't corral the ball, and he got stepped on by Black on his way down to first. He gets up, seems to be okay. Pomeroy thought that ball was foul. He almost ran into Trey Neville. Kind of an awkward play there. So Gonzalez appears to be okay. Bluefield puts the leadoff guy on. Have a bang-bang play at first base. Mason Alt struck out in the first. It's the second time he's been out this year. 4 for 6. And gets hit in the back on the first pitch by Gonzalez. 2 guys on and no one out in the second. Runners at first and second. Now Cross stands in. And the first pitch into the air left field. Weish took a step back now, charges in, and makes the catch. Bruno will run it in after the quick shuffle from Bruce for the first out. Cross, a pair of air outs tonight now. And then stands Corey Watkins. Walked and scored in the 8-run first. Ridge Runners with men at first and second, 1 out in the second inning. Watkins, native of Madison, Mississippi, played college ball at Northwest Mississippi Community College, 305 hitter, 11 extra base hits. Gonzalez, first pitch. Fastball high. Count 1-0. 39th meeting between Burlington and Bluefield. First time meeting this year. Bluefield has not lost the season series since winning just 1 of 10 games in 2022. 1-0 is hit to right field. Looping line drive over Moranto's head and down. Nunez gets it on a bounce, throws it into second. Bruno doesn't apply the tag in time. Bases are loaded. Bluefield just picking all the spots here tonight. They have not found any Burlington fielders at all. Already 8 hits for the Ridge Runners, and the bases loaded. Fifth at-bat already tonight. Fourth at-bat already tonight with the bases loaded. They're 3 for 3. First pitch. Taken for a strike. Michael Kalinich walked in the first, came in to score. 1-0 for 2 against the Doughboys a night ago. Sits back in his left-handed stance, slight bat waggle. Waits on an 0-1. Off the plate, outside 1 ball, 1 strike. Gonzalez out of the windup. Now a 1-1. Kalinich grounds it foul. Hit the glove of Munoz before getting back towards the away dugout. A ball and 2 strikes to Kalinich. Bluefield already with 7 runs batted in with the bases loaded back in the first. Now a 1-2. Kalinich grounds it towards short. Could be 2. Bruno to second for 1. On to first. Pomeroy pulled off the bag. Did he stay on? He did! Double play! 6-4-3. Go the Ridge Runners. And that ends the top of the second inning. 8-1 still the score. We head to the bottom of 2. You're watching the Burlington Sock Puppets on Aware TV. So to the second we head. Burlington gets a nice defensive turn. 6-4-3 double play. Bruno, Moranto, Pomeroy to end the top of the second. Can they convert it into some offense? 6-7-8 due-up. It'll be Bruce Weish to lead things off. Swinging a hot bat. A double yesterday, 3 hits on Wednesday. Takes a slider for ball 1. Weish hit 264. Was kind of stuck in quicksand a little bit at the start of the year. Couldn't get that average up of that 210, 220 range. Has come on as of late. 1-0 slider in there. Goes back to the same pitch. This time works it into the zone. A ball and a strike to the left fielder, headed to Kennesaw State next year. Now a 1-1 inside. Marks operating from the near side of the rubber, out of the stretch here in the second. The 1-2. Grounded in between third and short. A long run. Cross makes the play over to first. Oh, a beauty. Andrew Cross with a backhand reaches across his body to throw out Weish for the first out. Can only tip your cap at a high-level play by the Penn State commit at shortstop to trace his steps deep into that hole and make a long throw across his body. Burlington still searching for that first hit. In stands Kevin Bruno. And swings at the first pitch. Sends one out of play. Bruno 0 for 5 yesterday. Takes an 0-1 slider low. Wasn't a great series from Bruno against Kingsport. Entered that series hitting .385. Left it hitting .222. His lone hit was a big one. Taps the 1-1 foul. Count 1-2. His lone hit coming on Wednesday. An RBI single to tie the game at 13. Complete the 10-run comeback, largest in Sock Puppets history. Righty Bruno waits. The 1-2. Grounded towards short. Cut off by the third baseman. Chrisman throws. Good scoop over at first. And a pair of groundouts. 2 outs in the second. Bruno down. Now it's Justin Munoz. One of the more underrated catchers in this league. Great 2-level player, both behind the plate and in the batter's box. It's just 261, but so good at finding gaps. First pitch. Munoz hacks at it. Sends one high and foul out of play. 0-1. Munoz, 2 home runs, both solo shots, both at this ballpark. The 0-1. Down and away. A ball and a strike to the catcher out of Millbrook High School in New York. Committed to play collegiate baseball for Virginia Tech in the spring. The 1-1. Down low. 2-1. Marks operating on his own timing tonight. Very subtle move out of the stretch position. The 2-1. Outside. 3-1. Trains roar in the background. Already an hour nearly complete in game 1 of this crucial 3-game set for both sides. A series win could go a long way. The 3-1. Munoz sends one right center field. Deep in the gap. Black ranges over. Cuts it off. Makes the catch. 1-2-3 second inning for Brad Marks. Score still 8-1 as we head to the third on Aware TV. To the third we go. Ridge Runners 8, Sock Puppets 1, all coming in the first inning. And Henry Gonzalez out there for the top of the third. Gets the top of the order. First pitch to Matthew Robaugh, misses down low. So Robaugh gets the second inning off, records 2 hits in the first inning. A single and a double. So a couple of innings for him to work with, try and get that cycle. 1-0, fastball misses upstairs. Long pause, 2-0. Gonzalez rifles one over the plate for a strike. And how rare is recording 2 hits in the same inning? Well, even Johnson City in their 13-run fifth last night did not have any player record a pair of hits in the inning. 2-1 is up and away to make it 3-1. Gonzalez, 1 out recorded in the first, plus the second. Now a 3-1. Grounded right at Novi. It was in the air. A hard line shot. Novi makes the catch for the first out. So 1 gone in the third. Now Ryan Morrell will hit. Morrell, single and a walk. Also both of his appearances in the first. 0-0 grounded towards second. Moranto in the hole, throws to first. And a 1 pitch out there. Gonzalez has 2 quick outs in the third inning. Three-hitter Trey Myers on base twice, single and a walk tonight against Gonzalez for the first time. That one misses down low. A ball and no strikes. Gonzalez trying to usher in a 1-2-3 third. The 1-0 is upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Myers heads from Indiana to Illinois State next year after not appearing in any games with the Hoosiers during his first season. Gonzalez into his windup. Kicks with a 2-0. Hammered towards center. Minio, stop. Now he runs. He misread the ball. It's over the fence for a ground rule double. Wow. Minio froze in place and then tried to catch up to it. Instead, it bounces over the wall, a ground rule double. 2-out double for Trey Myers. Inning continues. That was really strange. Minio looked like he had a dead read right at him. Barely moved. Instead, some extra bases for Bluefield. So runner at second, 2 outs. Now it's Cy Chrisman. First pitch. Down and low, 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. Hammer down the left field line, foul. Not over the head of Novi, but about 15 feet left of the chalk line. So count to 1-1. Ball and a strike. Pitch to Chrisman. Off the end of his bat, foul again. So 1-2. Bluefield leads it 8-1. They've scored double-digit runs 5 times in the month of July, 3-2 in those games. A pair of losses coming to Pulaski, despite scoring 10+. The 1-2. Crispin taps it foul again. We'll do it over. Crispin RBI single in the first, also grounded out to end that inning. Now the 1-2. In the air, right center field. Long run. Mineo gets in the gap. Called off by Nunez, and now called back off by Mineo, who makes the catch. Ends the third inning without a run. We go to the bottom of 3. Bluefield leads it 8-1 here on Aware TV. Well, Burlington's done the hard part through the first 2 innings after the 8-run first. That's keep Bluefield off the board. Now the offense needs to get going, searching for its first hit. 9-1-2. The freshly shaven Braden Maranto trims his beard after an 0-for-6 effort yesterday. Can he bounce back? First pitch, outside. 13-game home on-base streak snapped in yesterday's 16-5 loss. B still hitting at .333 in the Appy League this year. 1-0 grounded towards second. Play made by Robaugh. Throw to first is offline. And a good recovery by Watkins to secure it for the first out. Back to the top of the order. A pair of lefties against the righty Marks here in the third. So it's Sal Mineo reached on an error and scored in the first. Mineo rests. First pitch. Up high, over the head. Mineo. Should be a staple at the University of Virginia next year in their outfield. That's where he'll transfer after a successful year at the University of Delaware. The 1-0. Mineo checks. Caught the corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sal waits on the 1-1. Misses downstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Marks resets. Shakes a couple times. Now set. 2-1. In the air to left field on a line and down in front of Morrell. Minio to first, long round. He'll stay put. A one-out single for Sal. Puts a guy on here in the third inning. Burlington chasing 7. It's the first hit tonight. Minio's single breaks up the no-no bid from Bluefield. And now Jaden Nunez will hit for a second time. Bounced out in the first inning. Trying to replicate what his college teammate Sawyer Black did. Put one over his head, over the right field fence. Minio takes off. Throw down is not in time. Wow, a sweet slide from Sal to get around Robaugh. Good throw from Alt behind home plate. Minio just got a good jump. And in there, a stolen base for Sal. He stole 2 bags yesterday, so 3 now over his last 2 games. Runner in scoring position with 1 out. 0-1 the count to Nunez. And the pitch. Low and away. A ball and a strike. Nunez and Black splitting time. Some of the other outfielders for the Tar Heels this year, a team that went all the way to Omaha, played in the championship series, lost in 3 games to Oklahoma. The 1-1 pitch misses low. Changeup just stayed down for the second time in a row. Confirms with Tyler Gist that pitch was low. One to Nunez. In the air, shallow. Could drop in between first and second. Watkins covers ground, makes the catch. That was a flare off the handle of the bat for the second out. So now it's Pomeroy. Already got a run in the first inning. A chance at some more damage here in the third. Four off-speed pitches in a row to Nunez. First pitch to Pomeroy. Fastball high and away. Just 1 run, which is going to be unearned, not charged to Marks. 1 hit, 1 walk, without a strikeout through 2 2/3. And he's keeping the pitch count in check. He's tossed just 42. The 1-0 outside. Good block from Alt. And Marks wants a new ball. And a chat with Alt as well, who bounces out to the mound. Two-0 the count to Deacon Pomeroy. Minio leads off a second, 2 outs in the third. The pitch. Pomeroy hesitates in their first strike. Now with 2-1 outside. Pomeroy's got it to 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike to Pomeroy. The pitch grounded softly to short. Good scoop. Cross throws to first. And in time to retire the side and end the third. We stay at 8-1 as we head to the 4th inning. You're watching the Burlington Sock Puppets on Aware TV. Henry Gonzalez, since entering this game, has been solid out of the bullpen. 2 1/3 innings pitched. He has given up 5 hits, but he's worked around it nicely. Just 1 run allowed. That came at the tail end of that 8-run first. So we'll face 5, 6, 7 here in the fourth. Sawyer Black, Mason Alt, Andrew Cross. Black with a pair of hits. Takes the first pitch down low for a ball. Bluefield held quiet after that 8-run first. None in the second, none in the third. That's where we stand at 8-1 here in the top of the fourth. 1-0 from Gonzalez. Fastball on the outer half for strike one. Black doubling his RBI total with the grand slam in the first inning. Gonzalez winds up the 1-1. Black hits it in the air, slicing foul, out of play on the third base side over the home clubhouse. Now the 1-1. Down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Henry sets. Pulls down the 2-2. High. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Dave Schmidt relays a message to one of the pitchers in the dugout tonight. Tate Jones jogs out to the bullpen. Gonzalez has done his job. It's to eat innings, continue this game, and get outs. 3-2 to Black. Missed down low. Ball 4. Second walk issued by Gonzalez. Leadoff man on for Bluefield. Right-hander Scout Gilfillan starts to loosen up in the bullpen for Burlington. First pitch to Alt. Hammered in the left center field gap, down for a hit. Rounding second, trying for third. No, backtrack now. He'll just take second. Alt has his first hit. Bluefield puts runners at first and second. No one out in the fourth. Good job by Weish to get to that ball in the gap and relay it in. Andrew Cross 0 for 2 today. Bluefield already 10 hits in this game. Cross and Kalinic, the only Ridge runners without a hit. Takes an 0-0 pitch down low for a ball. Munoz one bounces it back to the mound. Camaraderie present between Gonzalez and Munoz. The battery working to perfection tonight. Gonzalez pickoff move towards second. Moranto over to make the catch. Back in safely is Black. 2 guys on, nobody out. Here in the top of 4, Bluefield leading 8-1 over Burlington. The 1-0. Grounded towards short. Bruno moves in to second for 1. Moranto's throw, he faked it instead. Cross hustles down the line. Instead, it's a fielder's choice, and they've cornered Henry Gonzalez with 1 out. And Mickey Tettleton is going to make a change here. Henry Gonzalez puts together a solid outing out of the pen. 2 2/3, 50 pitches, no strikeouts, 2 walks, and responsible for the runners at first and third. Pitching change expected. Tettleton will take the ball from his righty. Scout Gilfillan, the new arm, when we come back on Aware TV. Bluefield leads it 8-1 here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. The new arm, Scout Gilfillan, here with the runners at the corners. One out in the fourth inning. Corey Watkins digs in. First pitch, runner takes off. Munoz throws down. Moranto off his glove into center field. A run comes in to score. And Cross gets to third. And Moranto came charging in to try and throw the runner out at home. It was Black on the double steal, the delayed steal at third. Burlington will bring its infield in. One 0 to Watkins. Outside. Two balls, no strikes. Watkins singled and walked thus far tonight. And a pitch. Inside, 3-0. I call the first pitch a strike. Revert that 2-1. Pitch to Watkins. In the air and foul. Out of play. Gilfillan works it to 2-2. He's making his second appearance. A scoreless inning. One inning, one hit, one walk. No strikeouts. Count to 2-2. And the pitch from Gilfillan home. In the air to left. Hugging the line, now pushes out of play and over the third base netting. Watkins keeps it at 2-2. Now another 2-2. Swing and a miss. Gilfillan goes with a backdoor breaking ball. Ties up Watkins inside. Gets the second out of the fourth. So 2 gone. Now Michael Kalinic came up with the bases loaded in the second. Bounced into a double play. That was his last at-bat. First pitch. Kalinic hits one out to right center field. Minio giving chase, going back. That ball is off the wall on a bounce. Kalinic strolls into second. A 2-out RBI double for Michael Kalinic. Bluefield hits the decade mark. It's 10-1 here in the 4th inning. Back to the top of the order for Matthew Robaugh. Fastball misses inside. Now the 1-0 in the air and slicing foul out of play on the first base end. 1 ball, 1 strike. Matthew Robaugh 2 for 3 in tonight's game. A single, a double, and a line out. Gilfillan set. Deals the 1-1 in the air, shallow. In the infield, ranging in, Bruno calls off Moranto, squeezes it on the grass, and ends the 4th inning. Bluefield adds 2 more to its lead. It's 10-1. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're watching the Burlington Sock Puppets on Aware TV. So to the bottom of the 4th we go. 4, 5, 6 due up. Brandon Novy to lead things off. A new arm for the Ridge Runners. Miller Alston, the left-hander, 6.11 ERA, 5'11", 190 pounds. First pitch to Novy, hacked at and lined foul into the first base parking lot, out of play. Alston playing in the spring at Wofford University. Made 2 starts, played in 10 games, 14 innings pitched, a 7.71 ERA. It was really just a one bad game that ruined that ERA for the whole year. 0-1 tapped foul off Novi's back foot in front of home plate. Count to 0-2. It was a start against Samford at the tail end of the season. Went 1 2/3, gave up 8 runs. Up until that point, he had a 2.92 ERA. Alston's 8th game pitching this summer for the Ridge Runners. 0-2 to Novi. Lined into right field, on the ground, a base hit. Novi aboard for the second time tonight, continues to swing among the hottest bats in the Appy League. First in OPS, and he's aboard with no one out in the 4th. A left-on-left matchup brewing. The 5th hitter, Owen Lee, digs in for the second time tonight. 3 for 10 since joining the Sock Puppets. Alston's first pitch, fastball called strike on the outside corner. Working quickly. Barely a pause before he comes set to his throw home. Alston set. Looks towards first. Now throws there. Novi back in standing. Well, this was the turning point. On Wednesday, Burlington trailed by 10 entering the bottom of the 4th inning, scored 8. And the inning started off with Novi, the 0-1. Bends a curveball in the zone for strike 2. Low 90s on the fastball, slider, and a curve. 10-plus miles an hour difference between the fastball and the breaking pitch. Checks to first. Novi stands back in. Novi did attempt to steal in the first inning, but Lee flew out on the first pitch of his AB. The 0-2. Lee cuts over top of a curveball and swings through it, strike 3. Miller Alston picks up his first K to pick up the first out of the 4th. So Alston K's the lefty. Now the right-hander, Bruce Weish. Grounded out to shortstop. A strong defensive play by Cross back in the 2nd. Takes the first pitch down for ball 1. Weish waits. In on his hands, called a strike. A ball and a strike to Bruce Weish. Hit safely in back-to-back games against the Axemen. Played in all 3. Entered as a pinch hitter on Tuesday. The injured Devin Mitchell. The 1-1. Slider away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Little Peach State battle going on. Alston from Marietta. Weish from McDonough. 1-1. Bends in there for a strike. Gets it even, 2-2. Novi at first, 1 out in the 4th. 10-1 lead for Bluefield. Alston's 2-2. Down low, good block. Alt keeps it in front of him. Count is full. Alston's full count pitch. Weish hits it foul. A stinger on the hands. Just looped towards the Bluefield bullpen on the first base side. Count stays full. Weish will see a 7th pitch from Miller Alston. Another 3-2. Weish taps it foul. Nix Alt, the catcher, a little bit shaken up. And we'll do it again. Alt will walk it off. Gist out to the mound. Elsewhere in the Appy League, Johnson City with a 3-1 lead in the 7th over Elizabethton. Kingsport leads Greenville 1-0 in the 5th. Danville puts up 3 runs unanswered to tie it with Pulaski 3-3 also in the 5th. Another 3-2 to Weish. Outside, called, third strike on the corner. Weish was ready to walk down to first. Tyler Gist rings him up. Back-to-back punch-outs for Miller Alston, 2 down in the 4th. It was indeed off the plate. Alston benefits from the called third strike. In stands Kevin Bruno with 2 outs. Curveball misses away. The 1-0. Outside again. Fastball running away from right-handed hitters. Count goes to 2-0. The penultimate Fireworks Friday show tonight, immediately following the conclusion of tonight's game. The 2-0 to Bruno. Down low again, 3-0. Bruno 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out. Trying to get back in the hit column. Takes a 3-0 pitch. Fastball for strike 1. (3-1). Bruno attacks it. Bounces one through the hole into right field. Novi round second. He'll stop there. Burlington with some 2-out magic brewing. They've got runners at first and second on a pair of hits. 2 gone in the 4th. Catcher Justin Munoz. Chance to increase his RBI tally. Just 4 runs driven in this year. Miller Alston offsets his feet, goes home. Swing and a miss. Munoz chases a changeup down and away for strike 1. And now the 0-1. Outside, a ball and a strike to Munoz. Catcher drawing the Game 1 start in the Kingsport series. Entered in Wednesday's game late after a pinch runner for Campos. Taps the 1-1 foul back to home plate. Was going to enter yesterday night's game in the late innings after John Delgadillo went down with a cramp, but Delgadillo powered through, finished the game. Munoz behind 1-2. The lefty Alston set to deal home. Outside, 2-2. Munoz holds Millbrook High School's all-time home runs record. The 2-2. Munoz swings over top of it, strike 3. 3 strikeouts for Miller Alston as we head to the 5th inning. Bluefield on top, 10-1 on Aware TV. To the fifth we go. It's the 2-3-4 part of the order. Scout Gilfillan for his first full inning of work. Works from the stretch. First pitch to Morel. There's a curveball in there for strike one. Gilfillan enters. Gets a strikeout and out of that inning with just the one run allowed. Outside. Count to 1-1. Gilfillan, the pitcher from Spartanburg Methodist. The 1-1. Called strike. Outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count to Ryan Morel. 1 for 2 tonight. A single, a ground out, and a walk. Scored a run in the first. And the 1-2. Changeup low and away. Count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. Down low again. Went off speed inside and missed 3-2. Three-two from Gilfillan. Down low, missed with it. Ball 4. And Morel works back into the count and gets a walk to lead off the 5th. 4th inning tonight out of 5. That Bluefield has put the leadoff guy on base. A big reason they lead it 10-1 here in the top of the 5th inning. Couple of guys in this order on cycle watch. Trey Myers, one of them, a single and a double. Also a walk in tonight's game. Gilfillan's first pitch. Fastball, outer edge, called strike. Myers' batting average of .323, propelled forward by 2 hits tonight. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Late on the curveball. Kind of ate him up inside. Gilfillan working ahead. It's 0-2. The infield pinching to his pull side. Moranto cemented a few feet to the right of second base. Double play in order. The 0-2. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2, runner takes off. Swing and a miss to the outside curveball. Strikeout for Gilfillan. Morel takes second. Just to strike him out, no throw him out. Still a productive at-bat for Bluefield as they move a runner into scoring position with just 1 out in the 5th. Gilfillan picks up strikeout number 2. And now he'll face Cy Chrisman. Chrisman 1 for 3. RBI single back in inning number 1. Gilfillan tosses home, outside. Stolen base number 5 for Ryan Morel. And he'll stand at second as he adjusts his sliding mitt on his lead off second base. 1-0 from Gilfillan. Down low, 2 balls, no strikes. Deep in counts. The Ridge Runners working Scout's pitch count up. He's through a full inning, 21 pitches thrown, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. And the 2-0. Hammered to left field, on a line and down. Weish scoops it, throws it in, Offline, Novi, the cutoff man, has to adjust before retrieving it. And Bluefield has runners at the corners with one out. Oddly similar away uniforms to the Otterbots. All black with gray pants. White numbers instead of blue numbers. And the Ridge Runners a chance to extend to a double-digit lead in the fifth. Black, the third of three guys to bat on Cycle Watch home run in a single tonight. Takes the 0-0 fastball, a called strike by home plate umpire Tyler Gist. Out of the stretch, Gilfillan with the 0-1. Misses away with the changeup, 1 ball, 1 strike. 8 in the first for Bluefield, 2 in the fourth. Burlington's lone run came on an RBI groundout by Deacon Pomeroy in the bottom of 1. That's where we stand, 10-1 in the fifth. 1-1 pitch from Gilfillan. Low again, 2 balls, 1 strike. Big lead at first. He takes off. 2-1 outside. Throw down is high. Munoz tries to throw out Chrisman instead. It's another stolen base. Runners at third and second with 1 out. And the count moving to 3-1 means that base might not mean as much. Gilfillan needs to locate in a 3-ball count to Sawyer Black. Infield works in. The 3-1. Black connects again. Fly ball, deep right field. Nunez ranging back to the wall. It's gone! Sawyer Black, wall scraper for his second bomb tonight. A 7 RBI evening for Sawyer Black puts Bluefield up 13-1. So after the 3-run bomb by Black, in stands Mason Alt. Gilfillan resets, and his first pitch, fastball high. Sawyer Black's second home run of the night, third of the season, 369 feet, 100.7 miles an hour off the bat on the 3-1 changeup. Hung over the top part of the zone. 1-0 from Gilfillan. Alt takes upstairs, 2-0. No activity in the Burlington pen as of now. This game already at a premium to use pitchers. 2-0 is swung on and missed. The 2-1 in the air, right center field, hooking and down, falls in between a triangle of players. Mineo, Nunez, and Moranto all equidistant from that ball. It's a base hit for Mason Alt, second hit tonight. And still just 1 out here in the 5th inning. So man at first, 1 out. Bluefield defending its 12-run lead. Andrew Cross stands in. First pitch slider works back into the zone for strike 1. And Henry Gonzalez limping into the dugout between that pitch. Had an interesting collision at first. 0-1, sorted into center field. Minio in. Ball hangs in the air. Makes the catch. Thought about throwing back to first. Second out of the inning. Corey Watkins now 1 for 2 tonight. Single strikeout walk. The right-handed hitting Watkins working against the righty Gilfillan. 2 outs in the 5th. Pitch to Cross. Fouled off. Watkins fouls it off. The 0-1. Watkins grounds it towards short. Bruno in the hole, off his glove. Watkins reaches on the error by Bruno. Inning continues. It just does not feel like the same Burlington Sock Puppets team that we've seen in years past. Plenty of ball left to be played this year. This team feels deflated right now. They need a burst. First pitch from Gilfillan misses outside to Kalinic. Munoz will trot out to the mound to talk to Gilfillan. Quick mound visit subsides. One on the count to Kalinic. Pitch from Gilfillan. Bends a slider into the zone for strike one. Ready with a 1-1. And the pitch, sorted down the right field line, will hook out of play, foul. Out ahead of a fastball, Kalinic trying to increase this total. It's 13-1, 7 runs batted in by Sawyer Black tonight. On a pair of home runs, a grand slam in the first, and a 3-run blast here in the 5th. Alt at second, Watkins at first. 1-2. Grounded towards first, one bouncer. Pomeroy fields it, throws to Gilfillan on the underhand toss in time to end the away half of the 5th. Bluefield adds 3 to more, and they lead it 13-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th on Aware TV. Back here for the bottom of the fifth inning here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. Braden Marantz to lead things off. Burlington trails 13-1. Miller Alston still on the bump. Lefty on lefty matchup. Misses outside with the 0-0 pitch. Maranto grounded out. 0 for his last 7. The 1-0. Inside on the hands. Maranto checked it. Wanted to turn on that inside fastball. Instead, he holds off, so it's 1-1. Grounded towards first. Good snag by Watkins as he leaves his feet. Makes the out. 1 down in the 5th. Then stands Sal Mineo back to the top of the order. On base twice tonight. Checks the first pitch foul. Scooped up by Alt before it could dance back into fair territory. The 0-1. Nearly clocks Mineo in the helmet. Ducks below it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1. Mineo swings over a fastball, makes it 1-2. Alston already 3 Ks tonight. The 1-2. High. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sal with the lone Burlington run tonight. That came in the first. Stole second after a single in the third. Waits on it. 2-2. Grounded softly down the first baseline foul. Gets deep into the Bluefield bullpen. It's game 4 of a 6-game homestand. Burlington dropping 2 of 3 to Kingsport. Needing a series win to swing momentum back to its team. 2-2 misses away. Mineo works it full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the Burlington center fielder. Alston set, 3-2. Mineo hacks at it, sends a flare, center field, ranging over, makes the catch. Myers has out number 2. So with 2 outs in the 5th, Jaden Nunez stands in for the 3rd time. 0 for 2 in tonight's game. A ground out and a pop out. Nunez checks on the 0-0. Curveball in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Now a 1-0. Inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Eight in the first, 2 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th. Bluefield up 13-1 here in the bottom of 5. Pitch to Nunez, grounded up the middle, fielded. Tough throw for Robaugh, gets past Watkins. Back up by Alt at first. Robaugh had a lot of ground to cover there and a tough throw. Nunez beats it out anyways for an infield hit. So with 2 gone, Nunez hit first. In stands Deacon Pomeroy. I'll rule a throwing error instead on Robaugh. First pitch to Pomeroy. Down low. Good block. Alt sticks it in front of home plate. 1 ball, no strikes to Pomeroy. 0 for 2 tonight. Did have the RBI in the first. We hit the start of the 3rd hour. Alston checks the runner at first. Nunez stands in safely. Tim Lawson stands in the Burlington pen to get loose. The 1-0. Pomeroy fouls it off. Right back behind home plate. Bluefield and Burlington tied for the league low. 13 wins each. Burlington a game ahead. Just 17 losses. Bluefield 19 losses. 1-1 to Pomeroy. Slider misses away. 2-1. Deacon has not homered since the 4th of July. 13 days ago. 2-1 check over to first. Nunez stands in there. Due in a big way for a big fly. The 2-1. Pomeroy cracks it down the right field line. Stays fair. To the corner it heads. Black has some trouble reading it. Now picks it up. Throws it in. They're going to send Nunez around third. Pomeroy on his way to third. Throw is in time. Pomeroy hose trying to leg it into a triple. The run will count. Nunez scores. Pomeroy picks up a second RBI, but can't quite leg out the 3-bagger. So Burlington's offense shows some late life in the 5th. It's 13-2 as we enter the 6th inning. You're watching the Burlington Sock Puppets on Aware TV. We head to the 6th. Burlington gets 1 in the bottom of the 5th. They still trail at 13-2. Scout Gilfillan on the mound. Minio and Nunez were still in right center field talking. A step out from the hitter, Matthew Robaugh. 2 for 4 tonight. Both of his hits came in the first inning. First pitch from Gilfillan. Slider out over the plate for strike one. The 0-1. Outside, a ball and a strike. Gilfillan comes set. Deals with the 1-1. Same pitch as the strike call. Missed down low with it. Tries to have the slider move across the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Outside with a fastball. 3-1. Robaugh, the Trinity High School all-time leader in hits and home runs in Pennsylvania. 3-1. Hammered towards short. Past Bruno into center field. Robaugh has his 3rd hit of the night. Leads off the 6th with another base runner. Gives way to Ryan Morrell, native of West Nyack, New York. Number 1 outfielder in his class this season. The 0-0 from Gilfillan is down low. Activity in the Burlington pen as Tim Lawson, the left-hander, gets loose. Hasn't pitched in nearly 2 weeks. Check to first. Gilfillan overthrows it, heads to the pen, nearly hits one of the pitchers. Pomeroy retrieves it, free base on the error. Overthrow to Gilfillan. He scored E1. Well, nearly drilled Daniel Lopez. One of the Bluefield pitchers went staggering for cover as he was sitting on that tarp that lines the first base gated fence area. 1-0 to Morrell. Fastball outside, 2-0. Trip around the Appy League. Pulaski up 9-3 over Danville. Greenville up 6-1 on Kingsport. Elizabethton has stormed back. They lead at 5-3 over Johnson City in the 8th. The Doughboys with the bases loaded, 1 out. Gilfillan set, 2-0 to Morrell. Hangs high with an off-speed pitch. Count to 3-0. Gilfillan ready. Out of the stretch. 3-0 pitch. Down low. 4 straight misses. Puts a man aboard. 2 on, no one out in the 6th. "13 runs, 15 hits, 2 errors for Bluefield, 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for Burlington tonight." With 2 on, the batter, Trey Myers. Does an offer at the first pitch. Slider in there for strike 1. Lawson continuing to warm. 0-1 to Myers. Checked it again. That one low. Another off-speed pitch from Scout. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Out in front of a slider. Gilfillan's got it to 1-2. Deals with a 1-2. In front of home plate, Munoz blocks it. It tarries away from him. And so Robaugh grabs third on the wild pitch. Morel stays at first. So now runners at the corners, no one out. Good read from Robaugh at second. The 2-2 fouled off. Nearly hit his on-deck hitter, Cy Chrisman, in the circle. He'll retrieve it a few feet to his right. We'll do another 2-2. But first, a break as a third base coach adjusting the helmet of Robaugh. Myers stands in. Bluefield leads 13-2 in the top of the sixth. Pitch from Gilfillan. Swing and a miss, strike three. Went back to the slider. Gets the first out of Trey Myers. Second time Myers has struck out, and that will end the day for Scout Gilfillan. The left-hander, Timmy Lawson, will be the next man to pitch for Burlington. They trail at 13-2 on Aware TV. Timmy Lawson in the game as the pitcher with a man at first, a man at third, one out here in the sixth inning. Chrisman swings through the first pitch fastball. Lawson works ahead. It's Tim Lawson's first outing since pitching on July 5th in Danville, so nearly 12 days off. The 0-1 outside. A ball and a strike. Lawson handed the loss in that game. 2 innings, 3 hits, 4 walks, gave up 5, struck out 1. Ready for the 1-1. Tried to tie up Chrisman inside. They'll check to Neville in the field. Chrisman held up. 2 balls, 1 strike. Andrew Cross, the lone Ridge Runner, without a hit tonight. Multiple hits for 5 hitters, including Chrisman. A pair of singles. Lawson's 2-1. Swing and a miss. Popped out of the glove of Munoz. Morel takes off towards second, and he grabs second base. The 2-2. Cut on, foul back. Just tapped it off his wood bat to the backstop. Count stays at 2-2. Pitch again. Slider called, third strike on the outside corner. Chrisman frozen, can't believe it. Second out in the 6th. Tim Lawson picks up a quick K out of the pen. So 2 outs, 2 guys on. No runs yet in the 6th inning, and in stands the left-hander Sawyer Black. 2 home runs tonight. First pitch, fastball called, a strike. Black, a grand slam in the first, a single in the second, walked in the 4th, another home run, a 3-run blast in the 5th. Swings at the 0-1, way out in front of a slider. Lawson playing with him, it's 0-2. Can Timmy leave? 2 guys on here in the 6th. Come set. Out of the stretch, the 0-2. Outside, went back to the slider a second time in a row. A ball and 2 strikes. Sawyer Black waits. The pitch from Lawson. Upstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now these two both on UNC's baseball roster, facing off here in the Appy League. Lawson's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Folds his collegiate teammate. Black will jot down to first, throw in time. Munoz completes the K. Timmy Lawson wins the Battle of the Tar Heels. And we head to the bottom of inning number 6. Bluefield leads it 13-2 over Burlington on Aware TV. So we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Burlington with a lot of work to do. It starts with Brandon Novi facing Miller Alston. And the first pitch, Novi takes a fastball down the middle for strike one. Walk in the first, single in the fourth. Stranded both times. 0-1 from Alston. Novi takes outside. Count even at 1-1. The 1-1. Down low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Hitters count for Novi. 2-1 from Alston. Outside, 3-1. That's one guy Bluefield has been cautious around. They do have an 11-run cushion in this game, but would rather not leave anything out over the plate to the league's leader in home runs. Alston's 3-1. Outside, ball 4. Novi walks to lead off the bottom of 6. And Brandon Novi has reached base all 3 times tonight. He's been on base 12 of his last 18 times up. 0-0 to Owen Lee is inside. Alston gets the lefty matchup here. A little bit of action in the Bluefield pen. Maybe some med ball toss going on as Andrew George warms up. Lee takes again. Fastball in the zone this time. 1-1. Novi off of first. 1-1 to Lee. Good curveball from Alston. Starts high, works into the zone. A ball and 2 strikes. Lee trying to replicate his swing from the second inning yesterday. A solo home run, his first since joining the Appalachian League. The 1-2. Lee grounds it towards second. Could be 2. Robaugh, high field, throw to second. They'll get Novi out. Robaugh's had a couple tough plays deep in the hole at second. You get the lead runner for the first out in the 6th. So Weish in to hit with a man at first and 1 out. Burlington trails Bluefield 13-2 here in the 6th. Weish connects with the first pitch. It's a swinging bunt, lands in front of the plate. Alt Fields throws to first, offline. Watkins held on while he was on the base for the second out. Draws a reaction from the fans who thought Watkins might have pulled his foot. Goes in the book as a 2-3 putout. Lee works his way to second, a man in scoring position for Kevin Bruno. It'll be just the 6th at-bat of the night with a man in scoring position. Burlington 0 for 5 with a man at second or third tonight. First pitch to Bruno, outside. Love for Burlington to give Tim Lawson a chance to cool down after working hard for the last 2 outs of the 6th inning. The 1-0. Bruno swings over top of a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 to Bruno. The pitch up high, 2-1. The 2-1. Bruno tips it into the glove of Alt. Count to 2-2. Grand slam in the Otterbots River Turtles game. Rylan Dusan hits his first home run of the year. 2-2 to Bruno. Grounded towards short, deep in the hole. Tough play. Cross throws across his body to first. In time. Watkins scooped it. Bluefield's defense showing off. A couple of masterful plays in the field. We head to the 7th. Bluefield leads it 13-2 on Aware TV.
I don't think you're talking to a real person either, anyway. Like when you're.
So to the 7th we go. Mason Alt to lead things off against Tim Lawson, who settles into a groove, strikes out back-to-back hitters since entering out of the pen. First pitch fastball misses down low. Chris Aiello, former sock puppet, up in the Cape Cod League, 5 1/3 shutout innings today with 7 strikeouts, gets the win for the Falmouth Commodores, the usual Friday starter for Burlington. The 1-0. Lawson ties him inside, fouled off, 1-1. Elizabethton gets out of that bases loaded jam using a 4-run 7th and lead 5-3 in the 9th. One from Lawson. In the air, down the right field line, hooking foul, out of play. 1-2 to Alt. Tim Lawson this year, it's been the control. It's been a huge issue. 15 walks, but 13 strikeouts, an 8.74 ERA. Misses down with the 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Piercy got the start, didn't make it out of the first. Henry Gonzalez, 2 2/3 out of the pen. Gilfillan, 2 out of the pen. Lawson has picked up 2 more outs. Two to Mason Alt. Slider missed inside. Alt has only started twice since joining this league. A 4-for-4 game, his first time playing. Pinch hit yesterday and was retired, but tonight, 2 for 3, a pair of singles. And the 3-2. Grounded towards short, hard bounce. Bruno Fields throws to first, and there's one gone. These two will play again tomorrow and Sunday at 7 p.m. and 5:30 on Sunday. What figures to be a pretty important series in the East. Fastball from Lawson to start off Cross in the zone, 0-1. You'd figure if Bluefield could grab a sweep here, get back to 16-19, it would push Burlington 7 games below 500. The 0-1. Slider down low, 1-1. Be a pretty tough hole to climb out of, especially with Pulaski continuing to win. If they beat Danville today, they'd move over 500. The 1-1. Cross grounds it to third. Novi in the hole. Long throw to first in time. Pomeroy makes the catch. 2 gone, 2 groundouts in the 7th. So with 2 gone, no one on, in stands Corey Watkins. Takes the first pitch fastball outside. Watkins tonight, a single in 3 at-bats, also a walk and a run scored. Every man in the Ridge Runners order outside of Austin Cross with a hit tonight. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Lawson ready, the 1-1. Hammer down the left field line, headed towards the corner, up against the wall. Weiss tracks it down. Extra bases for Watkins, and he glides into second with a 2-out double here in inning number 7. Watkins' second hit tonight. Bluefield has not wasted their opportunities. 7 for 18 tonight with runners in scoring position, looking to add to a 13-run total tonight. Kalinic, the 9-hitter, lefty-on-lefty matchup with Lawson, who steps off before delivering his first pitch. A double and 2 RBIs tonight for Kalinic. First pitch off the plate. 1-0 the count. For Watkins, his second double of the season. 5th extra base hit, 3rd double tonight for Bluefield. Lawson deals the 1-0. Down low again, 2-0. Bluefield's Drew Dosh, the manager of the Ridge Runners, the youngest manager in the league, 33 years old, trying to coach his team back from 6 games below 500 to get in the playoffs. 2-0 pitch misses down again, 3-0. He was a 7th-round pick by the Baltimore Orioles in the 2013 MLB draft. Pitched at Youngstown State. Made his way up to AAA. The Norfolk Tides, playing as late as 2018. Three balls, no strikes, the count to Kalinic. No arms loosening in the Burlington pen. Jason Johnson slated to possibly throw in today's game. Lawson misses. Nope, called strike, outer edge. 3 balls, 1 strike. Kalinic headed to Liberty next year. He'll be teammates with Burlington's Tate Jones with the Flames. 3-1. Fastball called strike. Caught the outside corner again. Neither of those 2 pitches will register as strikes on the MLB StatCast. But they're both called by Tyler Gist. Count goes full, 3-2. Lawson's full count pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Lawson gets Kalinic to do the cha-cha slide out of there. It's stretch time at the ballpark. 13-2, Bluefield leads it. We head to the bottom of the 7th. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Justin Munoz will lead off the 7th for the Sock Puppets. A new arm out there, 3 innings from Brad Marks, 3 from Miller Alston, and now the right-hander Andrew George, a native of Sylvania, Ohio, just a few short minutes from the border with Michigan. Will take the mound, throws from the right side out of the stretch, and tucks his glove, misses outside with the first pitch to Munoz. Played high school ball at Sylvania Northview High School, collegiately at Salem University in West Virginia. 1-0. Munoz taps it foul. 5.75 ERA at Salem in 20 and a third innings pitched, 26 walks, 28 strikeouts. In the Appy League, making his 8th appearance of the year, 4.35 ERA, 13 walks, 14 Ks. 1-1 to Munoz, outside. In the dirt, 2 balls, 1 strike. Munoz 0 for 2 tonight, a flyout and a strikeout. Bluefield holding a 13-2 lead here in the 7th. 2-1 to Munoz. Grounded towards first. High hop. Fielded by Watkins. Turns his back. Flips to the pitcher, George, in time for the first out. Now activity brewing in the Burlington pen. Jason Johnson starts to loosen. He'd be the 5th pitcher used by Dave Schmidt and Mickey Tettleton tonight. Lawson, very solid out of the pen, allowing just 1 hit over 1 2/3. Could get the ball again in the 8th. Braden Moranto takes a fastball upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. George deals the 1-0. Fastball high and in, called a strike to Maranto. Maranto 0 for 2 tonight. A pair of groundouts for the Golden Eagle, returning to Southern Miss next year for his sophomore year after a redshirt. The 1-1. Maranto not quick enough. Checked it. It's in the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just 4 hits tonight for Burlington. The 1-2. Fouled off. Finds its way over the seats and out of the ballpark. Minio, Pomeroy, Bruno, and Novi, the hit getters for Burlington in tonight's game. 1-2 pitch, loading to Maranto. Fouled off again, slaps it out of play over the third base dugout. Minio waits on deck. Ready for another 1-2 to Maranto. George's pitch, up high, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Grounded softly in front of home plate. Fair ball, fielded by the pitcher George. Throw to first in time. Just beats Maranto. And the pitcher gets off the mound twice in a row. Once to cover, once to throw out Maranto for the second out. So now Minio to hit with 2 outs, no one on in the 7th. Groundouts go 3-1 and 1-3 to start the 7th inning. Minio swings at the first pitch fastball and misses 0-1. Burlington, who's made contact tonight, they've struck out just 3 times. They have just 2 runs to show for it. Good ground ball pitching from the Ridge Runners staff. And that one's tapped foul, quickly ahead 0-2. Corey Cubs' group has not been impressive this year as a whole. But tonight, they've been lights out, trying to hold Burlington to its lowest run total at home this year. Minio calls time. Just the 1 run against the USA Collegiate National Team. Scored just 4 runs twice at home this year, but never held below that 4 mark. George deals 0-2 outside. Minio gets it to 1-2. Second-year player in this Appalachian League. Was a first team selection with the Tri-State Coalcats last year. 1-2 from George. Down low, bounce before home plate. Count draws even 2-2. Well, for Burlington, it's been a historic 5-game stretch here at home. Not only are they going to lose this game in all likelihood in blowout fashion for the 3rd time in 4 games, this is the 5th game in a row Burlington has surrendered double-digit runs to its opponent, the longest such streak in franchise history. 2-2. Minio takes, fastball inside, just misses 3-2. The 2024 team that made it to the East Division Championship went the entire month of June without allowing a team to score 10 runs. And this year's squad has just not been able to keep opponents off the bases. The 3-2. Minio slaps it foul towards his dugout. That streak was already established yesterday. There had never been a time where Burlington had allowed 4 straight double-digit affairs in runs scored by their opponents, and today it just adds on. We'll have a chance to break it tomorrow at 7 p.m. Three-two to Mineo. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Tyler Gist rings him up. We end the seventh inning with another 0 on the scoreboard. Bluefield leads it 13-2 as we head to the eighth on Aware TV. To the eighth we go. Tim Lawson has earned another inning. His best outing of the season, undeniably, and it comes in an 11-run game. 13-2, the lead for Bluefield. First pitch swung on and missed. Matthew Robaugh in for the sixth time tonight. And that's what these opponents have gotten. The leadoff hitter over that 5-game stretch has hit no less than 6 times in all 5 games. The 0-1. Tries to paint a curveball outside, misses with it, 1-1. Robaugh 3 for 5 in tonight's game. Has scored 2 runs, 2 singles, and a double. And the 1-1. Way outside, over the head of Munoz. Got all the way to the backstop. Comes to a stop a few inches in front of the circle that encapsulates home plate and the batter's boxes. And the catcher and the home plate umpire, Tyler Gist, who makes his return after Oramaxing for 9 innings in the Wednesday game against Johnson City, where there was a lightning storm throughout the first 6. Lawson misses upstairs 3-1. Lightning within 1.5 miles of the stadium, on for about 4 to 5 innings straight, and Gist just stood in there, did his job to the best of his abilities. 3-1. Fastball inside, called a strike. Robaugh faked the move to first as if he was going to walk down. Instead, will get back in the box before a 3-2 pitch. Lawson already with 3 strikeouts tonight. The 3-2. Lifted foul. First base side into the stands. Now the 3-2 from Lawson. Goes home with it. Outside, just missed the corner. And it's a base on balls for Robaugh to lead off the 8th. 8 innings of leadoff hitters, 6 guys have reached for Bluefield. A torrid pace, although the offense has slowed down from a scorching 8-run first inning. And how about Johnson City down to its final out, puts together a 4-run 9th inning and leads 7-5 over Elizabethton. Runner at first, in stands Ryan Morrell. Lawson's first pitch, up and in. Well, in all likelihood, as it stands right now, Burlington will need to sweep Pulaski when they come into town Friday to Sunday next week for a chance at the playoffs. The 1-0. Outside, Munoz stabbed at it. It gets away from him. Robaugh will move to second. Two-0 from Lawson, outside. Morrell's got it to 3-0. Wonder how big the leash is to leave Lawson out there. Guy who doesn't typically throw more than 40 to 50 per outing, just threw his 39th pitch. Is beginning to lose control. A 3-0. Missed inside. Nope, called a strike. Late call from Gist. Keeps Morrell in the box. Count is 3-1. Three-one pitch. In there for a strike. Morrell backtracks that time. Lawson set. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Tim Lawson has his 4th punch out tonight. Sits down Morrell, ends his evening. But Tim Lawson does what he's asked to do, gets outs, and he gets 6 of them. Finishes the day with 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. He's responsible for Robaugh at second, and he'll give way to Jason Johnson to go the rest of the way. Back in a moment here on Aware TV. Bluefield leads Burlington 13-2. So Johnson takes the mound here with 1 out in the 8th. Robaugh stands at second. Bluefield leads 13-2. First pitch to Trey Myers is a fastball, runs inside for strike 1. And Jason Johnson pitched earlier against Kingsport on Tuesday night, ran the fastball up to 94. Encouraging sign for a portal arm looking for a new home. His first pitch way inside, a called strike at 91. 0-1 to Myers. Low and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Three straight arms out of the pen give Mickey Tettleton at least 6 outs. Henry with 8 outs, Gilfillan with 2, Lawson with 2. The 1-1. Grounded towards third. Just gets foul at the last second. Novi chased it. Ends up all the way down into the corner. Johnson gets ahead 1-2. One, two, just barely inside. Count even at 2-2. All fastballs from Johnson since entering, sitting 91-92. Pitch home. Myers swings and misses at a slider. Jason Johnson picks up a K. How about the Burlington bullpen tonight? They've racked up 8 Ks since entering, 3 for Gilfillan, 4 for Timmy Lawson, and now 1 for Jason Johnson. So with 2 outs, man at second, in stands Cy Chrisman. Robaugh still at second, walked to lead off the 8th. Pitch to Chrisman, grounded foul. Good snag by Jack Freehill, standing on the dugout. The Burlington side, count 0-1. Oh, 1 inside. Chrisman dusted off the plate. A ball and a strike. Jason Johnson now up to 92.8. Mixing the slider in a little bit more. In Tuesday's game, started with 14 straight fastballs out of the bullpen. The 1-1. Fastball hammered to second base. Moranto on a dive, throws to first. In time, Pomeroy hung on by a thread to stay on the bag. Moranto with a nice play to get into shallow center to cut that ball off. Another 0 put up by the Burlington defense. It's 13-2 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. You're watching the Burlington Sock Puppets on Aware TV. So still Andrew George. Jaden Nunez leads off the 8th. Fastball misses upstairs. 1-0. To Nunez. Fastball up and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Nunez in tonight's game, 0 for 3. A ground out and a pop out. Reached on an error in the 5th. Scored on a Deacon Pomeroy RBI double. He's gunned down at third, trying to leg it out into a triple. 2-0 pitch to Nunez. Outside, 3-0. Nunez has been a solid hitter since arriving. Batting average of .320. Couple of extra base hits. Takes the 3-0 fastball down the middle for strike 1. Minio, Nunez, the run scores. Pomeroy with both runs batted in. Bluefield leading at 13-2 here in the bottom of 8. Andrew George out of the stretch, the 3-1. Nunez hacks at it, skies it foul, out of play. Baseball in Nunez's lineage. His godfather, one of the great middle infielders of the 2000s, Rafael Furcal. Three-two pitch. Outside, ball 4. Nunez works a walk to lead off the 8th. The Cowbells from Farm Bureau Alamance Night haven't had much to ring. They'll ring for Nunez, who reaches base to lead off this 8th. Well, if anyone can make a dent into this lead, it's Pomeroy and Novi. Pair of hitters, both above .350. Pomeroy 1 for 3 tonight. An RBI double and an RBI ground out. First pitch. Deacon lifts one into right field. Down for a hit. Nunez to second. Pomeroy keeps this inning going. 2 guys on, nobody out. And Deacon Pomeroy has his second hit of the game. Multi-hit night for Pomeroy. Novi, 1 for 1, has reached base 3 times. Grand Slam on Wednesday has hit safely in all 4 games on this homestand. First pitch to Novi. Called a strike on the outer edge. The 0-1. High and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Up and in. 2 balls, 1 strike. Novi doesn't have to defend it. He's already recorded a hit tonight to extend his hit streak to 8 games. Longest active streak for Burlington this year. The 2-1. Outside. Alt pops out of his crouch to corral it. Count moves to 3-1. Novi has walked twice tonight. Could be in line for a third. Three-one to Novi. Swing and a miss over top of a fastball. Count full. Big 3-2 pitch coming. Georgia's pitch. Novi off his hands towards shortstop, cross fields to second for one, over to first in time. 6-4-3 double play. And the momentum Burlington had compiled comes to a screeching halt. A 2-out swing from Brandon Novi, and there's 2 gone in the 8th. So Owen Lee stands in. RBI chance for Lee. Runner at third, 2 outs here in the 8th. Georgia's pitch. Inside with a fastball to Lee. Lee 0 for 3 tonight, a flyout, a strikeout, and he also grounded into a fielder's choice. George set, the 1-0. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Two to Lee. Swing and a miss at a fastball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Burlington lost by 10 on Tuesday. That was the largest loss of the season. Then they upped it by 1 run, an 11-run loss yesterday. Trailing 13-2 in the 8th. Trying not to make it a third night this week of a double-digit loss. The 2-1 to Lee. Sticks a fastball on the inner edge for a strike. Lee laughs it off. Two the count to Owen Lee. Runner at third is Nunez, here with 2 outs in the 8th. And a pitch. Slider called, third strike. Burlington leaves Nunez at third, and that ends the 8th inning. 1 more to play. Bluefield well on their way to a victory. They lead at 13-2 as we head to the 9th on Aware TV. We head to the 9th inning. Sawyer Black trying to become the first player in the Appalachian League this year to hit 3 home runs in a single game. That'll be his last chance up against Jason Johnson here to lead off the 9th. First pitch. Black takes. Fastball called, strike on the outside corner. Jason Johnson entered tonight. 19 innings pitched, 7.58 ERA. Gets the last 2 outs in the 8th inning. Misses with the 0-1, a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Down low with a slider. Munoz nods along. Just missed it. 2-1. Be the shortest season series these two teams ever play. They played 6 times back in 2021. Grounded towards second. Hop for Moranto. Throws to first. And down goes Sawyer Black. So 1 out in the 9th. Johnson picks up 3 straight outs since entering out of the pen. And now in stands Mason Alt. 2 for 4. Pair of singles. A ground out, a strikeout, and a hit by pitch for Alt. Waits on the first pitch. Johnson tosses home. Slapped foul. The 0-1. Slider away. A ball and a strike. The 1-1. Down low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Hopped in the dirt before it got to home plate. Two and 1 the count to Mason Alt. Johnson breathes, goes home. Again in the dirt, 3-1. Johnson into his stretch position. 3-1 count. Pitch to Alt. Grounded foul. Off the handle of Alt's bat. Mason Alt heads back to East Tennessee State after a successful freshman year. Hit .264 with 4 bombs. Johnson ready. The 3-2. Grounded towards short. Bruno moves in. Makes a backhand play onto first in time. 2 gone in the 9th. Johnson, 4 straight outs out of the pen. Andrew Cross, the lone Ridge runner without a hit tonight, 0 for 5. Swings at the first pitch, lifts it out to right field. Deep out there, Nunez into the corner, and it's into the bar, but foul. Would have been a short porch home run. Instead, it just at the last second turns over into foul ground, right of the right field foul pole, the closest we've seen on that line this year, and it's just a long foul ball for strike 1. The 0-1. Good slider. Worked back in. Wow. Cross backed out of the box. He thought that was going to hit his ear. Instead, Johnson peels it into the zone, ahead 0-2. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Johnson goes downstairs with a slider, ends the 9th inning, works through 5 batters, gets 5 outs. We head to the bottom of the 9th here on Aware TV. Bluefield leading 13-2. To the ninth we go. Bruce Weiss leads things off against Andrew George. Takes a first pitch changeup low and in for ball one. The 1-0. Weiss checks it foul. Lined it on about a quarter swing. It just came around enough to meet the baseball on its path to home plate. Burlington started off this season 5-1. Since that moment, they're 8-16. Bluefield started 6-2. Since that moment, 7-15. The 1-1. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike to Bruce Weiss. The Ridge Runners lost Enzo Infelice, great slugger from Cincinnati, after he won Player of the Week. That was the downturn of that team. The 2-1. Outside, 2-2. It's a team that even tomorrow at 5 games below 500 will still be plenty in the mix. The East and the West, both competitive still. Burlington and Bluefield will need to start winning games, though, and quickly. 3-1 is down to Weiss. He walks to start the ninth. Burlington finishes the Bluefield set on Sunday. 1 tomorrow, 1 on Sunday, and then 4 in Greenville. A continuation on Tuesday, potentially. That game might just be canceled altogether. There's been a move to stop doubleheaders, and I think the change to the schedule is that that game will be canceled, so it'll just be 3 in Greenville. That's new as of today. First pitch outside to Kevin Bruno. Has 1 of 5 Burlington hits tonight. So that's 5 games axed from the schedule, not including the Collegiate National Team game, which makes it 6. So Burlington can max out at 42 games played. Bruno takes the 1-0 inside. 2 balls, no strikes. So the 3 in Greenville and then 3 against Pulaski. That will determine if they have a chance at the postseason. Then 3 more against Danville. 2 in Virginia, 1 here. George home with a 2-0. Called strike on the outer edge. Fastball meets the corner. Hasn't been a run scored since the bottom of the 5th when Pomeroy doubled in Nunez. And the 2-1. Outside, 3 balls, 1 strike. The 3-1. Down low, ball 4, back-to-back walks for Burlington here in the 9th. Weiss moves to second. Bruno takes first. Still nobody out. And so Alt will step out to the mound to talk to Andrew George. Bluefield gets to ultimately rest its bullpen on a day that 3 guys is all that's needed. There is some activity in the Bluefield pen as Jackson Toma gets loose. Although he would be a late add. It was 3 scoreless innings for Brad Marks. The 1 run unearned and another unearned run handed to Miller Olston. Alston also 3 innings. George has gone 2 scoreless. Can he find a way home? In stands Justin Munoz. First pitch. Fastball in for strike 1. Munoz 0 for 3 tonight. A strikeout, a flyout, and a groundout. Stands tall in his right-handed stance against the righty Andrew George. George out of the stretch with the 0-1. Way outside. Alt dives to stop it. And the count even at 1-1. 1-1 pitch from George. Munoz lifts it high and foul over the grandstand and into the concourse area. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Weish at second. Bruno at first. Nobody out here in the 9th. George's pitch. Munoz hammers it down the left field line. To the corner it heads. Off the wall on 2 bounces. Weish will score. They will hold Bruno at third. Justin Munoz flexes the extra base power. Plates a run for Burlington in the 9th. It's 13-3. First earned run allowed by this Bluefield pitching staff tonight. A curveball hung over the plate. Munoz didn't miss it. He's one of the best extra base hitters on this team. So now it's Moranto, 2 guys on. Still no one out in the 9th. First pitch, Moranto takes a fastball called strike. Moranto waits. The 0-1 from George. Low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Moranto 0 for 3 tonight. Hitless in his last 9 ABs. The 1-1. Moranto tips it into the glove of Alt. A ball and 2 strikes. Burlington's largest inning, 8 runs twice this year. The 8th inning on the road at Pulaski and the 4th inning at home on Wednesday against Kingsport. The 1-2, down low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. George ready. The 2-2. Moranto fouls it off, finds the seats. We'll do 2-2 over again. Bluefield 13 runs on 16 hits, 2 errors tonight. Burlington 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors tonight. Have yet to be held below 4 runs by an Appy League opponent at home this year. And the 2-2. Inside. Breaking ball. Got in on the hands of Moranto. Pushes it full. 3-2. Minio on deck. If Moranto were to walk, it would load the bases. Bruno at third. Munoz at second. George stands tall on the mound. Delivers the 3-2. Moranto hacks at it. Sends it out of play on the third base side. We'll see pitch number 8. Checker pattern between strikes and balls in this AB. 3 balls squished between strikes. 3-2, still the count. Moranto a chance to knock in 2 if he can find the grass. The 3-2, outside and low, ball 4. Burlington's loaded him here in the 9th with no one out. Three walks from Andrew George in the 9th, and Drew Dosh out of the dugout will make a pitching change here and grab the right-hander Jackson Toma. We'll take a quick step aside as Bluefield tries to work out of a bases-loaded jam. No one out. They still lead at 13-3 here in the 9th. Jackson Toma finishes his routine, native of Terre Haute, Indiana. 6'1", 180-pound right-hander. Was a primary starter at Salem University, 5.95 ERA in the spring, over 56 innings, 25 walks, 51 strikeouts. Makes his 7th appearance of the season, 11 walks, 9 Ks over 11 innings in the Appy League. A 9.82 ERA, enters with no one gone, the bases loaded, the top of Burlington's order up. Sal Mineo, a chance to cut into this lead. First pitch. Mineo sends it to second, could be 2. Fielded, Robot a second for 1. Mineo flying down the line to beat the throw. A run comes in to score. Bruno makes it 13-4. Munoz up to third. So still runners at the corners in the ninth. One down now. In stands Jaden Nunez. First pitch. Nunez checks it. More than likely came around. They'll check to Neville in the field. He says absolutely a strike. Draws reactions from the Burlington dugout. Mineo gets his 5th RBI there. The 0-1. Nunez takes a ball in the dirt, a ball and a strike. How about Bluefield's last 3 games? Combined run differential of, as it stands right now, 44 runs. The 1-1. Inside to Nunez, 2-1. A 17-run win on Wednesday, an 18-run loss yesterday. They lead by 9 here in the 9th. 2 runs already in this inning. Nunez trying to make it a third. If he can keep the ball off the ground. The 2-1. Skips before home plate. Munoz comes in to score. And Mineo is going to try to take third. They'll hold him up there at second instead. Wild pitch makes it 13-5. Mineo, an aggressive base runner. A late game scenario, down 8 runs. Not necessarily a time where either team would be trying to steal bases. So Nunez gets ahead 3-1. Fireworks to immediately follow tonight's game. The 3-1. Fastball in there for strike 2. Nunez paused. Thought about flipping his bat towards the dugout, stayed in there. Tomac gets it to 3-2. Mineo at second, 1 out in the 9th. Full count pitch. Nunez lifts it into the gap, right center field. Ball has some carry. Myers chases it down, makes the catch. Mineo tags from second to third. 2 gone in the 9th. Leaves Deacon Pomeroy as the last hope tonight. Already collected a pair of hits and a pair of RBIs. Tomo's first pitch. Pomeroy hammers it, nearly takes out Mineo down the third base line. It's foul. Aggressive swing on 0-0. Fastball ran inside. Pomeroy caught it just a bit foul down the line. Count 0-1. The 0-1. Pomeroy skies it. Routine left field. Morel moves in and makes the catch and ends the game. Bluefield scores 8 runs in the first inning, and that is the margin they win this one by. 13-5, the final score. The Ridge Runners get a huge win, and Burlington makes history. The 5th game in a row, the Sock Puppets have allowed 10 or more runs to its opponent. Back tomorrow at 7 p.m. to try and even the series, right the ship, and start a rally to head into the end of the season. Otherwise, postseason baseball, it's a gloomy outlook right now. 13-5 the final. Bluefield wins game 1. So we'll do it again tomorrow. For my producer, Thomas Leffler, Josh Rothert signing off here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. The Ridge Runners and the Sock Puppets now tied for 3rd place in the Appy League East. We'll see you tomorrow night.